There is a scam that is going around right now that is very sneaky. In this video, I'm going to tell you what the scam is, how it works, and what you can do to avoid it.
Hey yo!
Deyo.
Imagine getting a scam call that doesn't actually try to scam you right away. The scam we're talking about today is called the delayed disconnect scam. One of my Patreon supporters sent me an article about this scam a while back, and as I did more research on it, I found more and more news articles coming out talking about this scam and how it was affecting a lot of people. This scam typically affects people who have landlines. So I decided to poll my Patreon supporters and found out that about 80% of them have a landline. Now, you may not have a landline, but you probably know someone who does. So please make sure that you share this video because you can do everything right and still get scammed with this scam. You get a phone call from someone claiming to be from your bank. Now they tell you that your bank card has been compromised and that you need to call the number on the back of your card. Now sometimes they may tell you to ask for a specific person when you call back. This is what makes the scam so tricky because this is in fact what you're supposed to do if your card is ever compromised. So you hang up the phone and call the number on the back of your card. Someone then answers the phone and asks you to verify your card number, your email, your code on the back, pretty much all the information that you would actually give your bank. And while you think this is a legit call, it's actually not. And here's why. The person you're talking to is a scammer. What they've done is taken advantage of the delayed disconnect feature with landline phone systems. So what they did is play a dial tone until you pick the phone back up, call your bank, and then they hear you calling the bank, and then they pretend to answer as the bank. Now once they have all your information, they go and they spend your money. So even though you thought you did everything right, the scammer was still able to successfully pull off their scam. If you receive this type of call on your cell phone, just hang up. There are no reports that I know of that this is possible with cell phones. But if you're still worried about it, just turn your phone off, restart it, take the battery out, whatever will give you peace of mind, do that just in case. If you do receive this type of call on your landline, I would suggest using a cell phone to call the number on the back of the card. Now if you don't have access to a cell phone, I would suggest waiting at least half an hour before using your landline to call the bank. As I mentioned earlier, this is a feature that phone companies have, but each company's timer differs from the other. For example, from one of the articles here in Canada, it says that Shaw told CTV News that it is working with our teams to internally shorten our call clearing delay time to help reduce the risk posed by this type of fraudulent activity. TELUS, which is another phone provider here in Canada, confirmed its line could stay active for up to 10 seconds after one party hangs up. Rogers, which provides landline service in Ontario, New Brunswick, and Newfoundland, also has a delayed disconnect time of 10 seconds. And Bell, which is the parent company of this news station that is reporting this, didn't actually disclose any information about its disconnect times. You can call your provider and ask them how long the delayed disconnect lasts. Some companies will tell you, some companies may not. From some of the research that I've done, I've seen where it says it could be anywhere between 10 to 15 seconds or even up to 20 minutes. Now I'm not saying you should do this, but if you're still unsure if the scammers are on the line, one of the things that you could do to try to trick the scammers is pick up the phone, listen to their dial tone, call up one of your friends, and then if the person on the other end, aka the scammer, picks up and says they're your bank, then obviously you know that they're still on the phone. My suggestion though would be not to give them too much crap because the last thing that you want is to get harassed at all times of the day because you're like messing with the scammer. If I come across anything that I think could help, keep an eye on the community tab for any updates to this video. If you found the video helpful, please let me know by violently clicking on that like button. It'd mean a lot to me. You can also check out other Scam Alert episodes right here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you next time. See you in the next one.